Hey TechKnowStuds! One thing that you can do is you can set a privilege level for different user accounts. So let's take a look at setting privilege levels on our equipment. The first thing we'll take a look at is the privilege level that we're at right now. And so here I am in just the User Exec mode. So in the User Exec mode, I'm going to type in show privilege to see what level I'm at. And I am at a level 1 right now. So you can equate the User Exec mode with level 1. If I get into the Privileged Exec mode, so I'm going to type in the password here to get into the Privileged Exec mode. And in this Privileged Exec mode, if I type in show privilege, you can see that I am at 15. So there's the difference between the basic User Exec mode and Privileged Exec mode. There's a total of 16 different levels. There's 0 through 15, 1 being the User Exec mode and 15 being the Privileged Exec mode, and then 2 through 14 is assignable. So what you can do is you can create different levels within there so that way you can practice that least privilege and only give people certain rights into certain sections of the router or switch. So the next question is, how do we use this? So in here, I'm going to get into the global config mode, and then we're going to configure a user on the local database. So let's start out with username, and then whoever that we're adding to this. So maybe we're adding Susan to this. So we'll add the username of Susan and privilege. What level do we want to give her? And this could be 1, this could be 15. In fact, I'll use the question mark and you can see that there's the privilege levels there. So I'm going to assign 15 to Susan, and then the password that we're going to give Susan. So password, and then whatever password that we're going to set up for her. So there it is, and then we'll hit enter, and now we set up a user account for Susan. If we wanted to give some custom privileges to Susan, what we could do is we could change that from 15 to one of our custom levels. So maybe we're going to do 2 because that's the next one. So we'll set up 2 right there, but now we need to tell what this device what a privilege level of 2 actually means, because right now it doesn't really know what commands are associated with a privilege level of 2. So what we'll do is a privilege, privilege exec level, and then we're going to specify it for level 2, and then the commands that we want to associate with this. So maybe we want Susan to be able to take a look at the running config. So we'll do a show running config and then hit enter, and then now that command is associated with Susan or anybody else that's assigned to a level 2. Now we can assign certain levels to certain roles. For instance, let's say we had a tiered system with our support, then we give tier 1 certain executable commands that they can work with when they're on this device. And then the tier 2 could have an escalated level of privileges so that way they can do more on this device, and same thing for tier 3.